Today on Eagle Nation News, Christina Folsom hits the halls to test students and teachers on their knowledge of Valentine's Day trivia.
What Oscar award-winning film has had much recent success? Find out on today's Talent Talk.
And finally, Troy Spurfy highlights Prosper basketball junior Grant Shaw and his influence on the social media app TikTok.
All this and more today
on Eagle Nation News. Good afternoon, Eagle Nation. Today is Wednesday, February 13th. I'm Casey Boston.
And I'm Brenna Gibbons. With Valentine's Day being tomorrow, Christina Folsom hit the halls with some trivia questions for our students and staff. Take a look.
Tomorrow is one of the most wonderful times of the year, filled with love and friendships and relationships. Well, for some. For others, it can be a little bit lonely. So we're going to go hit the halls to see what people really know about the most lovable day of the year. All right, so maybe you'll be really good at this because you look really festive for Valentine's Day. All right, so what holiday has the most card sales? Valentine's Day, Easter, Halloween, or Christmas?
Christmas.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
I think Christmas. That's correct, actually. So on Valentine's Day in 1876, which important invention received its first patent? Fridge, telephone, dishwasher, or toaster?
I'm going to say the toaster.
Fridge.
Fridge.
Toaster.
Telephone. The Bronx Zoo lets you name an animal after your lover on Valentine's Day. What is it? Pigeon, duck, rat, or cockroach?
I'm gonna go with cockroach.
Pigeon, cockroach,
Cockroach.
Rabbit.
it's cockroach. So if there's anybody that you had to name after a cockroach, who would it be?
I don't know. Probably, you.
Myself, because my last name is Cochran, so it would flow perfectly.
Depending on the day, maybe one of my own children.
Well, they are a really resilient creature. Not that I can think of.
What? Rishi.
Okay. All right. Let's go send it over to those sweethearts back at the desk.
Another patient in Texas has been tested positive for the coronavirus, making it the 15th case in the United States. The patient was a part of a group that traveled back to Texas from Province, China on February 7th. People who have traveled to the city are at a high risk and will be quarantined for 14 days.
Allen residents Dan and Christy Pinto rescued Bruce, a dog that has deformed legs and was missing his front two legs. They had been looking for an affordable prosthetic, which isn't easy to find. Mr. Burnham, engineer teacher, asked his class if any of the students would be willing to help. Junior Mason Allen and John Cohan were up for the challenge. They used a 3D printer to create a wheelchair for Bruce, giving him a new set of legs.
Even though we haven't gotten any rain today, it seems like we just can't get a week without it. Julia B. Zion is in studio with more on the weather outlook for the next week.
Thank you, Casey. The current temperature is 38 degrees, but the winds are blowing at 15 miles per hour, making our real field temperature 29 degrees. Now, it has been cloudy for the past few days, but as we move on into the weekend, we will see some sun as well as a rise in temperatures. But early on into next week, the clouds will return and we will have some precipitation. With your fast forecast, I'm Julia B. Zion. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Julia. I'm really looking forward to the weather warming up later this week. Now let's send it over to Lauren Womack with today's Talent Talk, sponsored by Corbridge Orthodontics.
Matthew A. Cherry tweeted in 2016 he had an Oscar-worthy idea for a short film and needed someone to team up with him to help him create it. 4 years later, his idea turned into an Oscar-winning short film. Hair Love is a 7-minute short film centered around an African-American father learning to do his daughter's hair without his wife's help. The Hair Love picture book hit stores in May 2019 and eventually made the New York Times bestseller list. Cherry said he wanted to share this story because he wants more men and women to love their hair. A kid in Texas was suspended for having dreadlocks. Cherry heard about this incident and invited him to go to the Oscars with him. I have watched this short film, and it definitely earned an Oscar and a spot on the bestseller list. We will post a link to the video on our Twitter, so let us know what you think of it. That's all I have for you today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Grant Shaw has many things he juggles in his day-to-day life, one of which is online. How does Grant manage basketball and his rise in social media fame? Troyce Murphy has more.
Hard work is one of the many qualities Grant Shaw, a varsity point guard at Prosper High School, possesses. From a young age, Grant desired to better his craft, and throughout his high school career, he's done just that.
I played since kindergarten, but I didn't take it serious until like 2nd grade, 3rd grade. Freshman year, I played varsity, but I didn't start till like the last half of the season, and then it just went on from there. I started every year after that. There is a lot of pressure being on varsity because, on me, because I know every year there's someone new that may be moving in. And I just know I got to keep working, keep getting better because I know my spot's not guaranteed.
Not only is Grant a star on the court, but he has also gained quite a following on popular video-making app TikTok.
It was really my friend Jathan. I didn't like TikToks at first. I thought it was boring. I thought it was weird. Then he had started making some, and I started liking them. I just made one. My reaction to the rapid gain of followers I had, it was kind of surprising to me because I kind of took it as a joke at first. I was getting followers overnight.
Grant currently obtains a total of 28,000 followers, with his most favorite video receiving a total of 2 million views.
I first influenced Grant to make TikToks because I just thought they were fun. When me and Grant make videos, we just try to make them lit. We don't sugarcoat. We just get straight to it.
Although becoming a popular creator overnight, Grant continues to prioritize basketball.
The way I kind of balance basketball and creating TikToks is, I don't really balance them because basketball is kind of more important to me right now. But if I'm sitting down, I think of something, I'll just make a TikTok. I want to get my college paid for through basketball or academics, preferably go D1. But it doesn't really matter to me. I just want to go to college and then maybe try and go pro.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Troyce Murphy, Prosper.
Now we send it over to Maya Peterson here in studio with your Game Time Sports Update.
Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and many will be celebrating with loved ones and family. While LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and many more NBA stars will be sharing their love for basketball this weekend during All-Star Weekend in the great city of Chicago. Chicago native and great Derrick Rose will be returning home for the first time, participating in the skills test along with fan favorite Toronto Raptors Pascal Siakam, Chris Middleton, Patrick Beverley, and last year's champ Celtics Jason Tatum. Next will be the three-point contest, which will not include Splash Brothers Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, but returning champ Joe Harris will be trying to add another dub to his record, but this will be hard with Zach LaVine and Damian Lillard battling against him. One of the most exciting events this weekend will be the dunking contest. 2008 Superman dunk champion Dwight Howard will be returning to the court to complete some unfinished business. This time against much younger competitors Derrick Jones Jr., Pat Connaughton, and you guessed it, Aaron Gordon. Of course, the only way to end All-Star Weekend will be the head-to-head East versus West matchup between captains LeBron James and Giannis Antetokounmpo. LeBron joined by Anthony Davis, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, and our very own Luka Doncic, while Giannis will be joined by Kemba Walker, Pascal Siakam, Joel Embiid, and Trae Young. Last year, Team LeBron took Team Giannis 178 to 164. This year, the game can go pretty much either way. While this is a highly anticipated game for Sunday, our Prosper Eagles will be playing in the Eagles Nest on Valentine's Day at 7:30 for their senior night. So make sure you make it out to support our seniors. And that's all I have for you today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Junior basketball player Andrew Tang has gone through many chemo treatments and fights his everyday battle of cancer with the support of his friends, family, and community. Kashada Kama has the story.
What's up, Andrew? It's the Prosper Basketball Program here. We just want to say that we're here in full support of you, and we're fighting for you and thinking of you daily, and we can't wait to see you again.
Peach's sophomore, Andrew Tang never thought he would be a walking miracle.
I have osteosarcoma, a type of like bone cancer, and I think it just creates a tumor, and then it could also spread to like lungs and other parts of my body.
Andrew spent his days like every other teenager, playing video games and basketball until April 1st, 2019.
So I was working out with the other basketball guys, and then we were doing like box jumps, and then my knee collapsed, so we did an MRI, and then we found out there was a tumor in there. I just was trying to get healthy and back to normal as fast as I could.
Andrew went through a long process to get healthy again. He gave it his all and went through chemotherapy 6 times. Through the whole process, Andrew became cancer-free with the help of people around him, especially his coach.
Family, friends, like Coach Ellis was very instrumental in like helping me just stay positive and through everything.
On December 9th, after all his prayers were answered and going through several rounds of chemo, Andrew became cancer-free.
You just need to enjoy your life, live your life to the fullest, and stay positive, and always trust in God and whatever you need to do to just live your life the best.
6 months of his life were fought hard, and Andrew overcame all the obstacles and shares his story to inspire others. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Gashida Kama.
That's all the time we have for you today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Brenna Gibbons.
And I'm Casey Boston. Live long and prosper.